Hello, everyone. How are you all?
Anyone can start.
Awesome. Doing well.
I have like a big picture question. We've been talking to you guys a lot about the progress of the franchise, being in this exciting place with young stars and building towards something really promising. I'm curious how you think the progression of outside things like a facility plays a role in staying on that track of getting to that future championship caliber place.
We don't even, we're not even having that thought right now. We're about right now. We're in the now. We know as we do what we need to do and be the program we need to be, the team we need to be. It'll happen. It'll happen. I've been a part of things that weren't the same as everybody else's too, but it was all about our work. It's about our work, and then what comes after the work comes after the work. And that's how we're thinking right now. That's it.
And then Kamilla, still doing great out there?
I'm on Kamilla's time. We're super excited to have her on the court and the smiles that she's having right now. She's excited to be back with a big smile on her face, and she puts a big smile on our face just because she's out there and she's pain-free. And that's the most important thing. So we're looking forward to having her back out there. Appreciate you, Amy.
Isabel said, or it was listed that Isabel was available. She gonna be on a minutes restriction if she does come back, or is it just kind of like a wait and see how she's feeling with the knee?
Yeah, well, it's really her shoulder.
Shoulder.
Camilla's shoulder. We're actually just trying to see. Izzy?
Yes.
Well, Izzy, we're definitely trying to keep her on a minute restriction. When it comes to your knees, you know, we make sure we're very, very careful with that. But she's been looking great these past few days. So we're looking forward to having her back on the floor. And it was great to have her out there as well. So we had our full team together for the first time in a long time. So it was really good to see, and it was exciting to see, and it was exciting with the energy that was out there because we were all together. So we're looking forward to having her on the floor tonight.
How impactful is that, starting to finally see your roster come together and wanting to help push the identity that you wanted to have in the start?
Yeah, I think if you just take a look at me, all I'm doing is smiling because it's a great feeling when you know they're getting healthy, because it's more important to me that they get healthy than just to play the game unhealthy and not productive the way that they want to be. But they're getting healthy, and that's the most important thing. And once we get healthy, we know we can be a pretty exciting team to watch.
Diamond shared that last game was the first time that she's played pain-free in years, and she just kind of spoke a little bit on social media to the effect that has on her as a player. As her coach, what is that like? I know you didn't have her when she kind of was going through those injuries, but just what is it like to kind of see a player come back into that level of physical confidence in their own body?
Yeah, I wasn't a part of it, but I definitely followed it. And now to be a part of it is absolutely awesome to see. She puts in the work. She trusts her training. She knows what she's been through, and she's a story for everyone to pay attention to. And for her to say she's pain-free, no one could ever imagine what that feels like, but only she can. And to hear her saying that, we know we're doing the right thing to keep her healthy. And I think that's the most important thing for her, is to feel pain-free, to go and play and be free. Freedom to play, free mind to play. And when you get those kind of athletes, you're going to get something pretty tough.
She's spoken before about wanting to be more of a cerebral version of herself here at the Sky than she was the last time she was in Chicago. What does that look like for you in your system in terms of wanting to kind of mix that? Obviously, we know what kind of athlete she is, but what do you want that to look like in terms of that more cerebral version?
Well, that's not me. That's her growth. That's her growth. And when you grow in the game, that's what you see. That's how you see the game. You feel more cerebral with the game. You understand plays, you understand actions, you understand movement. You see things happen before it happened. So that's just growth. And she's been teaching. She's taking all of that and she's giving it to our younger players. I give her the voice. I give her the voice on the floor. I give her the voice to be able to talk. And she's sharing all the experience. And that's just her growth. It has nothing to do with me. It's every bit of her growth and understanding the game. So what I do is allow it to be a part of us.
With a little bit of time on the road and time here to practice a little bit in these first 2 weeks, how important has some of that time in between games to get this group to gel, to gel, then for you guys as you move into a part of the schedule that's going to be a little bit more fast?
Yeah, it's been big for us because we have a chance to go back and correct. And when you have a chance to go back and correct and then have a game afterwards, you feel a little more comfortable than going from one game to the next and not having that little gym time. The gym time is so valuable, especially for us because we are new. So we're trying to gain that chemistry as quickly as we possibly can. So with those days in between, it's tremendously helped us.
You guys came into this season, and from like the outside perspective, there were a lot of unknowns about how everyone would look together, how you guys what a system under Teresa Weatherspoon would look like. And now we've got a few games to reference back to as your opponents. How do you, I guess, keep that era of mystery now that teams have a few games of scouting on you?
Well, everyone knows we're going to play hard. We're going to play hard, and we really didn't care about anyone else's expectations. We wanted to get into the gym and start to do what we needed to do to kind of gel as quickly as we possibly could and get some type of chemistry as quickly as we possibly could, because that was going to be the most important thing for us, and not worry about what other people thought about us, the mystery of who we are. But the moment we step between those four lines, everybody knows that we're going to compete.
We'll go to Zoom. Steven, please unmute. Steven on Zoom.
Hey, Coach, how you doing today?
How about you?
I'm blessed. I wanted to ask you real quick, just kind of looking at Marina Mabry. She's been the guard that's most consistently gotten to the ball for you this season. I was curious, what have been like your assessments of the spacing around the pick and roll action when she gets to the ball, and just the general play to keep that advantage?
Well, it's them. They're doing the best they can to have type of spacing that's necessary to execute offensively. We work it every single day. We talk about it every single day of how important spacing is in order to have the execution that's necessary to be effective. And it's something that we're doing every now and then pretty good. We're getting better. We're just getting better every day with the little things. It's about the details. And when you can space and have pace to your game, it gives you an opportunity. It gives you an opportunity to allow your talents to go to work. So Marina is doing that. She does it. She's doing it pretty well of creating a space when there isn't space.
And then kind of in the same lens with that question, just looking at your front court, how have you felt about like the short roll playmaking and opportunities that they've been presented with within that same context?
I'm fine with everything they're doing. We're growing. Just remember, we're growing and we're learning. We're still learning one another. We're in our fourth game, going to the fifth game, so we're still learning and growing. I'm pleased with where we are, but do we have a long way to go? Absolutely. And all we got to do is put in the work to get there, and that's where we are.
We'll go to Jordan on Zoom lastly. Jordan.
Hey, Coach T. Hope you're doing well today. So one of the things you talk about as well as the other girls is playing hard. And we know that back in your days of playing, that's all that you do. So one of the things that stood out is the culture that you've set for this team. Now, obviously, you're getting that together as the team gets healthier. But just talk about the culture that you've brought onto this team.
Well, it's really the buy-in. When you get the buy-in to how we want to play and how we want to conduct ourselves, how we want to present ourselves, it's the buy-in. And when they buy into things, it makes it a little bit easier to implement. And that's what it's been here since I've gotten here, is everyone is about the change. Everyone understands the change. So it's been really good to see us make that change. Because what we really want to do is what I've done a little bit of studying here in Chicago is we just want to complement the tremendous history, the sports history that's here as a team, as the Chicago Sky. It's to complement the rich history that's here, not compete against it, but complement it.
And just a quick follow-up, obviously rebounding was a big issue in your last game. But when you look at the field, what are some other issues you feel the team can work on as they prepare for the next game?
This is a process. We're learning what to do. You always hear me say learning. We're learning right now what to do. And boxing out, that's a tremendous process. And we're playing against some veteran teams right now. We're learning what to do. And in the process of boxing out, it isn't just turn around and go get it. It's about putting the body on someone, flesh to flesh, and then go and attack the rebound. So we're learning, we're watching, we're growing, and we will be better.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Carly and Chris in person.
Just one follow-up on Dana. How have you just seen her ability to find her teammates grow? At the start of the season, her sister kind of stayed around like 4 to 5, and we've just seen that kind of increase little by little these last few games. How have you just seen her kind of step into this playmaker role now that the season has started?
Most people don't recognize how difficult the playmaker position really is. It's the most difficult position that you'll ever play. You're thinking for everyone. You're making decisions, and people have to stand on the decision in which you make, and you have to stand on the decision in which you make. And she's doing a tremendous job of being a leader. As you all know, Dana can score the basketball at will, but she has taken on being an incredible facilitator. She's reading. And when you're a point guard, you got to be able to read before it even happens and see it happen before it happens. And she's definitely getting there. She's getting better every single game. She understands what her position is and what it means. And when she gets everyone involved, she knows when to inject herself.
One with Chris.
When you look at Dana specifically, especially tonight with Skylar Jewell, what kind of challenge does that present for the guard rotation?
We're going to compete. Bottom line. That's it. That's it.
Just to clarify, is he's available but on a minutes restriction?
I'm sorry.
Is he available, but on a minute?
Absolutely, she's available.
Okay.
Thanks, coach.
Y'all have a great night out there.
You too.
You better know it. You better know it. Wish it was time now. Gotta wait.